Hello guys, and welcome again to Watch Reviews by Hurley. I'm very excited to bring a cool watch to you today called the Aquatico Sea Star Bronze, which has a limited edition run from Aquatico. They only made 88 of these. I have number 9 of 88 to show you today. Now, the word Aquatico, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, refers to living, growing, or taking place in water. And that pretty much lines up with the fact that most, if not all, of the Aquatico watches are depth rated for 200 meters or more. From what I've read, the founder, Calvin, gave the name Aquatico to his company from Filipino beach. He changed out the Q, he changed the C from the Filipino beach, Aquatico, to a Q, and thus came up with the name Aquatico. So that's how he came up with the name. Let's go ahead and show you what comes in the box. Again, you have this dolphin logo with the Aquatico brand name. You got a nice little latch on the box. I mean, it's not a super expensive box, but I think at the price point they sell this watch for, $359, it's pretty much in line with what you're paying for. Inside the box, you're going to have your Aquatico Sea Star Bronze. And I opted for the FKM rubber strap because of diving. Now you do get standard the Tropics band. You can get this in black or navy. It has some ventilated holes there to get some of the sweat off your wrist. With the logo on the Aquatico logo on the buckle, and you get a nice stitched leather strap as well with a heavy duty bronze buckle, again with the Aquatico logo on there. So nice leather strap. Inside you're going to get your warranty card, date of purchase, name of the watch you're buying, signed off from QC. So nice card, heavy duty card there. And you get a instruction booklet that's going to have your manual and warranty, taking care of your watch, some tips on that. Again, warranty info, instructions on how your automatic works, the different positions for setting the date and time, instructions on the GMT as well, and instructions on how to change links for fitment if you have a bracelet. The bronze watch, obviously takes some special cleaning if you want to remove the patina on it, because over time, this watch will patina from salt water and exposure to the elements, things like that. So, water resistance info, return policy and services. So that comes all in the box. All right, let's get into the specs and features on this nice Aquatico Sea Star Bronze. So let's go ahead and dive in on this Aquatico Sea Star Bronze. Take a closer look at it. You can see the Aquatico logo there below the 12 o'clock position, automatic with the 300 meter above the 6 o'clock. Clearly some inspiration from Tudor going on here with the snowflake hands. The dial layout, case dimensions, you're getting 42 millimeter diameter and 49 millimeter lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug openings, and then 14 millimeter height, including the raised sapphire crystal. As you can see on the dial, you're getting, again, 300 meters water resistance, which is, great again, especially at this price point of $359. Then inside you're getting a Seiko NH35 movement with a solid case back. Aquatico Bronze Sea Star is made of marine grade bronze CUSN8. A bit of a retro touch, but with some, I guess, the look of a classic diver. kind of bordering on both casual, and you could obviously change this up with the leather bracelet for more formal occasions. So all the specifications are just right as far as an automatic mechanical Seiko NH35 movement goes. Ceramic bezel insert, durable sapphire glass with double inner anti-reflective coating, and your Horween leather strap. With the 42 millimeter diameter watch, it's very comfortable for nearly most wrists out there. A great watch to take with you on your diving journeys, desk diving journeys, or just casual outing anywhere you don't care about exposing it in the rain or in the water, camping or on the beach. Again, this is a limited edition watch. There are only 88 pieces available worldwide, so I was lucky to get one at number 9. Let's review the specs. Again, Seiko NH35 movement from Japan. Always been a workhorse movement, is in line with the price point of this Aquatico Sea Star Bronze. Anti-magnetic, which is a nice plus. Water resistant, 30 ATM or 300 meters. Dial has applied Super Luminova BGW9. Handsets have applied Super Luminova BGW9 as well. Screwed down crown. That works very nicely. Screw down crown, case back cover in stainless steel. That way you don't get any stains from the bronze. And you have, again, that AR coating for in the anti-scratch sapphire crystal. 120 click position bezel, unidirectional. Let's take a look at the sound. So good movement there. Not too firm, not too loose, which is what I like, and lines up real nicely in all the positions. Even at the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. Package includes that wooden box I showed you earlier. You get the Aquatico Bronze Sea Star 1-year warranty. Leather stitch strap with the Tropics bracelet. Again, I opted for the FKM. The materials are, again, the CUSN8, the brush finish. And you can see how it's, after exposing this to salt water on some dives. And I will be showing you some dive film as well throughout the review. Has some patina here, there, and usually you get it around the crown as well. So kind of a very cool look. Case back made of stainless steel 316L. Dome crystal made of sapphire. So it is a little bit higher than the bezel by 1 millimeter or so. Gaskets made of Vuitton and Tesla. Now, obviously, if they're mentioning that, that's, you're better than average gasket, so you don't have to worry about leaks and things like that. We had no leaks, no humidity when we took this diving, and performed really, really nicely. Hands have applied Swiss Luminova BGW9. I don't know why I can never say that name. It's so complicated. The dial also has the applied Swiss Luminova BGW9. Bezel inlay has applied Swiss Luminova as well. The measurements, again, 42 millimeter at the case. Diameter, case without the crown. Thickness 14 millimeters, length 50 millimeters. Thickness of the crystal is 3 millimeters. Diameter of the crystal is 32 millimeters. Space between lugs, 22 millimeters. Diameter of the crown is 7 millimeters. Thickness of the bezel, 3 millimeters. Thickness of the case back cover is 2.5 millimeters. Now, one of the most obvious visuals on this bronze watch is once it's exposed to salt water, or any water for that matter, the bronze will get that patina effect where it darkens a little bit, like I showed you earlier. The bronze will, it darkens and looks like, you know, kind of like a vintage World War II era diving helmet made from bronze and copper. You will see it in naval museums sometimes, as its appearance will change over time. The cool thing is that it looks great underwater or on land and has a very cool look about it. And that's why these bronze watches have gained in popularity, is they are very unique looking in terms of a timepiece that you can wear casually with either the rubber strap or leather strap or NATO strap. In fact, I've got several samples here of watch bands that you can easily wear and pairs nicely with a bronze watch, such as the FKM Navy strap I have here. You could easily get this with the black FKM strap as well. You have the brown stitched leather strap that matches very, very nicely with this, the bronze. Another example is the black Tropic strap, which got the small ventilated holes that will give you some, allowed you to bleed off some of that sweat off your wrist. And of course, you could throw on a nylon strap or a NATO strap. So a lot of band options that are pretty endless. A bronze watch is kind of like that comfortable pair of shoes, you know, that you're worn in and don't want to get rid of them because they're so comfortable. The bronze watch will always age and patina in a unique way that's a bit different from watch to watch. They all do patina differently, and that's something you will notice on your bronze case as well. I've had this one for a couple of months and has already got these little patches of patina that you never know where they're going to develop in and around the case. And that's pretty cool to see the color changes develop, and they are inclined to continue or look worse in a good way over time when you first bought it, and as it continues to be exposed to water or other elements. And you can tell from this buckle here that has not been exposed to any salt water versus the surface of this watch that's been diving. So that's basically the color change you're going to experience. This particular watch was in some fairly deep water in Fiji at around 80 to 100 feet and performed very well, as you'll see from the film from the Aquatico Bronze Sea Star on the wrist in the ocean around Banga Lagoon in Fiji. No humidity developed. Lume was better than average. No leaks, as this is a 300 meter rated diver. Their crown seals nicely against the case. Our indices were very legible, as with the minute and hour hands. And I'm going to be showing you a Lume test a little bit later. So you've got date complication, hacking. You see it stops as you change the time. So the NH35, as you know, is just a workhorse movement, accurate, reliable, and has been around and works really nicely on a lot of watches. I really like the blue high polished ceramic bezel on this. As you can see, it has a really nice finish to it. And with the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 minute markers, of course, the hour hand does have a two-door look about it, but the design is pretty unique to the Aquatico design and brand. The robust crown is easy to grip, which I love on a diver. I hate it when they're too small or don't have enough grooves, or they're too polished to be able to grip. The bezel has excellent feel to it to grip and rotate this 120 click precision bezel. and lines up nicely. No back play whatsoever. The screw down stainless steel case back has a nicely engraved dolphin there. Inscribed on the bottom, you have 300-meter rating, sapphire, Aquatico, precision, dive watch, automatic. And again, just to show you kind of like what it looks like before you expose it. It's a nice shiny bronze, and then once it touches the salt water, you're going to get this patina effect. So you can clearly see how that difference in the shine on the buckle and the case, looks between exposure. So you never really know where those patches of patina are going to show up and develop. So each one is pretty unique in the way it will patina. Similar to a fingerprint, as no two are the same. This particular model is sold out. I think a lot of their bronze models are sold out, but I'm sure they'll be making some new batches with new limited editions at some point. Obviously a popular model, and they're going to probably continue to manufacture these at some point. With that out of the way, I do think that what they are offering here is a really incredible value. For $359, you're getting a bronze case, ceramic bezel, sapphire crystal, Seiko movement, with the date complication, drilled lugs, which I love, which allows you to switch out those straps pretty easily. A decent storage box I showed you. So a lot of value combined into this package from Aquatico. The Bronze Star Sea Star from Aquatico clearly has some inspiration from two-door watches going on here with the snowflake hands, with this dial layout and case dimensions. You're getting at 42 millimeter, 50 millimeter lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug width, and then a 14 millimeter height, including this interesting styled crystal. As you can see from the dial markings, you are no doubt getting, see if I can get it to focus, a 300-meter rated watch, which is great again, especially at this price point. Then inside, like I mentioned, you're getting that Seiko NH35 movement with date complication, 3 o'clock position, solid case back, which has a pretty cool engraved dolphin on the back, solid stainless steel case back, so you won't get your skin stained by a bronze metal touching your skin all the time. The thing that will be obvious about this watch is the bronze case that will start to develop that patina pretty quickly. One of the things I love about this watch is that sapphire crystal. If you look at it from an angle, you can see you're getting some distortions. The crystal appears to be very thicker than I normally see in watches. And if you look at it from the side, some pretty neat distortions going on versus when you look at it straight into the dial. So at those different angles, a lot of cool effects that you get. Kind of like a domed sapphire crystal, yet this is a flat one. So they must have some type of curve inside there. Not sure. But interesting reflections for sure. And again, just provides that deeper depth look as you see the bronze going around the hour markers. I think this is the style that Aquatico seems to go with, as none of their watches have chapter rings, but they do have the minute markers laid out on the dial very precisely. I've always seen really good quality control from Aquatico. I've yet to see a bezel that doesn't line up, and the engraving on the bezel insert is quite nice, very precise, as you can see. You do have a deep coin edge, which I love on it, especially on a diver that's easy to grip, and lines up nicely all the way around. And this, the bezel insert does give you a classy kind of look, yet vintage look at the same time. So again, just a real unique kind of watch, you know, to add to your collection. That bezel, polished bezel is another definite standout visually on this watch. The second standout is that robust scratch resistant sapphire crystal, a definite premium that you typically don't get at this price point. Frame date window at 3 o'clock allows you to visually look at the date. Stands out nicely with that white background and black font. When you do first expose this watch to salt water, that bezel does stiffen up a bit, but after working it just maybe 6-8 turns, it gets back to a very smooth action, precision movement. It's really no factor at all. I'm not much of a chemical scientist, so I don't fully understand the chemical reactions that are going on there. There's some maybe mineral buildup or something happening with the surface of the bronze that creates that friction. But again, after 6-8 turns, it's back to a very smooth action, and is no factor at all. Which again gives this watch some really unique characteristics in a watch you don't experience with a straight stainless steel watch. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you a Lume time lapse, which is speeded up to show you the Lume test a bit quicker. Let's take a look at this nice teal blue Lume. Now, I think you'll agree that that Lume test went pretty well. I just love that teal blue color versus a straight blue or green type Lume. That teal blue is pretty mesmerizing. Okay, let's again talk about what straps you can use on this for a minute, because I think with the bronze divers in particular, it gets a little bit tricky as you want it to pair well. I think Aquatico figured that out, included the inclusion of this stitched leather strap. Pairs nicely with this Aquatico Bronze Sea Star. It is a good quality leather strap. And again, the FKM rubber strap with the rectangular holes for ventilation, very nice quality. It's got those rectangular holes which give you a nice ventilation when you're out in the sun. So you're getting a couple of nice options there to switch out in your bronze watch. On other options you can add to your band options, just throw that nylon strap on, a NATO strap, perhaps a black or navy tropic strap will work just as nicely. My personal favorite is this navy rubber strap I'm showing you here, obviously because I take it diving. However, in addition, these tropic straps are a good option to dress it up a bit. So whatever mood you might be in, you have a lot of cool options to pick from. And the nice thing is you have, these drilled lug holes in the case. I had mentioned earlier that you can switch out those band options pretty easily. Not a lot of watch companies do that. I like those quick release straps, but for diving, quick release straps aren't the most secure, so I prefer the drill lugs. Okay, let's talk about some of the pros and cons of the Aquatico Sea Star. Starting with the pros, first of all, a definite pro would be the value that you're getting with this watch. A bronze watch at $359. They do have these on promotion from time to time, so if you can get that discounted, I would definitely jump on it when they get these back in stock. Sapphire crystal, polished ceramic bezel, 300-meter water resistance, workhorse Seiko NH35 movement with the date complication, nicely framed window. You're getting 2 straps, standard. Decent storage box. Again, nothing fancy, but it works. So this package is a great starting point if you're interested in a bronze watch, and if you want to take it diving or for casual wearing, or you could get away with it for a dressier occasion. I think with that leather strap option, this is a great starting gate for you. You're getting an overall great value proposition with a watch that has a lot of character. Again, the crystal is a bit unique with the distortion at extreme angles. Not so much when you look at it straight on. I don't think I've seen one like that before, except on maybe the Laurier Hydra or Laurier Zulu watch, which really gives you an almost 3D effect when you look at the hour indices. They include a 1-year warranty, and if you're looking at bronze watches in this price range, there may be some cheaper options on AliExpress that might have similar specs. However, with Aquatico, you're going with a company that's a bit more established and does offer that 1-year warranty that has a very good customer service, so you're getting that peace of mind. And from my interactions with Calvin over at Aquatico, he really is a responsive guy, and I think you're going to get some good customer service from them. For that, I think that's definitely a big positive to consider. So a lot of pros here with an overall very good build quality as it feels solid in the hand, nice dial design, decent lume, all the specs I've discussed. So you will get a lot of good use out of this particular watch. As far as any negatives go, I really don't find anything wrong with this watch. As my followers know, I don't review watches that are not up to a minimal standard, as I don't see the point in reviewing a watch that I'm going to say a lot of negative things about it. I'm not going to buy a watch that I haven't done research on and I know has some good specs and features. I review watches that I like and I'm going to wear without hesitation. The finishing is good, but somewhat basic in nature. That's the only negative thing, if it's even a negative. Nothing and particularly wrong with that at this price point. The quality control is always very good from Aquatico. I think, as I mentioned, all of the package you're getting in this, I can't find any negatives other than a little bit of a homage to Tudor. And of course, that's, there's nothing good or bad about that. I think a lot of micro brands are doing that. This could be a positive for some people as well. So to wrap it up, I think this is just a really incredible value that you're getting at $359 price point. It's a cool looking watch. I love the way how the patina developed after diving with it a few times. It's a different vibe for sure. If you're looking to change up your collection, I think these bronze watches add a bit of uniqueness and is a great conversational piece among watch enthusiasts. It is a watch that's new and different look that I typically wear and is, again, quite fun and unique among my collection and a lot to admire about it. There are many watch companies making them now as they are trending. I do think Aquatico offers a nice package, as I've outlined here today, with all you get in terms of specs and features. And that's all I have for you guys today. Do let me know what you think about bronze watches in my comment section, or perhaps your experience with bronze watches, whether you like them or perhaps thinking about getting one. I have a lot more reviews coming your way with some great dive locations. Me and my brother are heading back to Fiji into this month, and we are trying to plan another trip about 3 to 4 months out as we consider new dive locations from around the world. We do have our regular 8 to 5 jobs, so it's not like we just go on a bunch of dive trips. So they do cost a lot of money, a lot of planning, and they're expensive to do. So currently, the top of our list is Belize, Santa Rosa Wa, Cozumel, and the Great Barrier Reef. If there's a great dive location any of you have experienced or heard about, please do comment, as we would love to hear about them. If you've enjoyed this review, please do like, share, and subscribe to help my channel grow, and I can bring you more reviews in the future along with some great dive film. That's it for now. Take care. Have a good day.